Hi guys, so today hopefully this will be quick. I wanted to add tassels to the virus shawl or scarf that I made for my mother-in-law, but it's smaller. She's a smaller person anyway, but it's not as long as the one I made for myself. It still fits really nicely. It's really cute. Again, it's that thicker yarn bee by I guess Hobby Lobby. It's called a Sugar Wheel. This one's called Saturday Sunday, and it's really cute because the stripes kind of abruptly, right? I mean, this one kind of, the pink started here, but it went to the pink, into the purple, into the blue, and then the green. And so what I want to do is put some tassels on it, I think. So I thought, well, what better way to make some tassels than with this? I probably could have gone another round, you know, on the shawl, but then it would have been an odd place to stop. So I didn't want to push it, and I didn't want to run out of yarn. So let's try this out. I do not think I have reviewed this for you guys yet. I think when I got this kit, it was the We Are Memory Keepers kit from HSN. It had a few things, but I reviewed, I think, the ribbon maker part, the bow maker, and it was really simple to use, real basic. So this one, I think I went through the instructions with you guys, but I did not make anything. So what's funny is it makes a 2, a 4, and a 6-inch tassel. So basically what you see here, 2, 4, 6. But when you start off with it, you have to open it up. And it kind of locks into place, it just pops into place. I did want to get some yellow and green into both tassels, just so it has a little bit of the green. And I say this is yellow, I guess it's like an off-white. So this is the outside end, and this is the inner end. But I do want some green in both of them, and I also want this to be exactly the same length. So what I'm going to do is pull this until the green is... Oh, this is interesting. I was going to pull it until the green was gone, and look. I don't know if you can see this from the factory. The green and the yellow were tied together, so I found the end. And I'll leave that, well, I will just cut it off. I was going to say I'll leave that next little bit, we'll cut it later, but I'll cut it off for now. And also what I want to do is I want these to be even, like exactly. I don't want to count the revolutions, like I'm going 1, 2, 3, you know, going around and around. So what I'm going to do is pull this until it's completely just one length of yarn, right? Just along to the floor, and I'm gonna grab both ends and I match them up, and then I'm gonna go find the middle of the yarn, and so that way whatever green is here, whatever green is on the other one, it's going to be the exact same amount, right? Does that make sense? So now I have 2 strips of the green, or 2 strands, and then I'm gonna cut the yellow one. With the yellow one, we're gonna need some to go around the tassel to actually make it into a tassel. You need a piece that goes in the middle that pulls it up, and then a piece that goes all around the section there. So I'm gonna keep some aside. I don't know, probably overkill enough because I don't want to not have enough to make our tassel ends, you know, to time off. So I'm just gonna cut off a whole bunch, and then again with this one I'm gonna do the same thing. So see how I have more yellow? I'm going to find both ends, and I'm going to match them up and then cut the yarn right in the middle so I have equal amounts. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I have 2 strands. The yellow, obviously I had to pull until it became just one long strand hitting the floor. And now I will gather that up. I guess I should have done that first because I'm getting it together here. Okay, so I have 2 strands that are however long this is, I don't know. So I'll let it hang down. And you do not have to do this if you just want to count like how many times you went around and around. I just want to make sure they're both basically as even as I can get. So the 2, to be honest, I probably want a 3-inch tassel. The 2-inch tassel is kind of small. 4 inches is a little better. It's probably longer than I want, but that's okay. So I'm going to go with the 4, and 6 is obviously way too big. So we have it like this. And let me back up just a little bit so you can see the top and the bottom. And I guess you're supposed to put the yarn into one of the little hook edges, or is that at the end? Huh, they didn't even use it in the video. Well, I guess not the video, but we're just going to start. So we're going to hook it down here, just this bottom part, and I don't want to waste too much, so I'm just going to, and up and around the whole time. That's all I'm going to do until this yellow is run out. Maybe I'll put the green in. If I put the green in the center, maybe it's not visible. Look at that, there's a knot in the yarn, which isn't a big deal. I don't know if that's where they tied maybe more yarn. So I'm about halfway through this one. What I'm going to do is go ahead and get the green, because when I think about it, we're going to fold it in half anyway and then cut it. I'm trying to get one strand of green, sorry. And I'm probably going to attach this to the scarf as we work with it, so that'll be a little bit different. Normally you just tie it off and then tie it onto your scarf, but I don't want to take a step to that and then another step to tie it on. And I can grab both of them and start. I'm holding the green and the yellow. You could have done this the whole time, but I know I have way less green than I have yellow, so I just kind of wanted to get that in there. Okay. And my end string is kind of up here, but that's okay. So now it says to cut a 6-inch piece of yarn through the middle of the looped yarn. This will be used to hang tassel. Interesting. So I'm going to cut it a little bit longer than 6 inches because I'm going to attach it to my scarf. So this is about my 12-inch piece of yarn here. But what I'm going to do first is bring my scarf over. And I'm just going to get one of the ends. As you can see, I haven't weaved the end into here yet. And I want it, I guess I could hang off one of the picots, couldn't it? Nah, let's just go at the end of this thing here. And I'm going to use a hook to help me bring this through. So I'm going to put my hook at the very end here, kind of. And I'm going to bring my yarn through. And I'm going to bring it through one more time, so just hook, and this one that's in front, I'm going to bring it back through to make at least 2 rounds holding on here, right? At least 2, you can do 3. And then I'm going to bring this over and do what it says. So this is a little bit different, but normally you would do this. I'm going to bring it to the back. No? Yeah, this is fine. Make sure I bring it to the back, to the front. I'm just going to bring it around, and basically you're just going to tie it. It doesn't matter. We need to tie this off. So I'm going to do pretty good. I'm going to do it twice just to make sure we have that holding on there really nicely. And then we are going to fold this over. It feels weird. Fold Tassel Loom in half by bending the top piece back. So as you can see, I'm just bending, I'm not doing anything special. And this little piece of tie can move, so don't feel like, oh, it's going to be all crazy, but it'll move, so don't worry about that. And then, and now we're just going to do our little pieces that go around the top. I just want to make sure this is where I want it. This part seems weird because in the picture they're just like, do whatever you want, but I don't see how it catches this middle piece. Let me look at this a little bit closer. That's it. I don't really like that. I don't like the way it has such a separation of like what's going on here to what this guy. So I'm pulling it up as high as I can. I don't know if you understand what I mean. It's small on the inner side, and then this outer piece is way bigger. You would think that they would come up more together, but maybe once you tie it off, it'll be good. But you have to tie this off really close down here, or else you're gonna miss those bottom sections. I mean, they're getting held up by the other pieces there, but oh, I don't like that. And anyway, so now it says cut and wrap a 12-inch piece of yarn desired material for the neck of the tassel. Place piece of yarn about 1 inch from the top of looped yarn. Wrap until desired length is reached. Pass end of yarn through loop and gently close loop, tucking it into the head of it. Anyway, I do that part a little bit different myself, so let me see what I have here. So I have plenty of yarn, so I'm just going to take probably a 2-foot piece, I don't know, and start looping this around. Basically, you're just going, oh, that's the wrong one. We have lots of pieces of yarn back here. Oh, I do want to mention this piece, keep it out. We're going to get rid of this later, like tuck it in, so don't worry about that for now, but we do want to wrap this around and around and around. So I'm just kind of holding it with one hand and tying on this. This is okay. It's not as easy as it looks to use, but I don't know. I know in that middle section it'll pull up, right? Once we take this off, it's being held obviously by the other yarn, the first yarn that we used to attach, but it seems weird. And I can also use my hook to help me kind of get this around, and yeah, but I'm just going to go around and around. Where's the beginning of this thing? It's right here, I think. So I'm going to continue going around and around. You guys, you know, I'll be right back. Maybe it's easier to hold on this side and just kind of pass it through. So I'm getting kind of close to the end. So this is my end of my yarn. This is the beginning piece. And you can tie a knot. I would say the better thing is to do something else, but let me tighten that up really good. Again, a nice secure like surgeon knot. We're going to tuck this in anyway, so, or this is how I do it. I don't know how I would normally make a tassel. I'm going to get my hook and pass it in under here and pull in those threads. So that last one I'm going to pull it through, and now it's going to become part of the tassel. Hopefully you can see that. Same thing with the other one, just pull it down in. And now you've secured those ends, and hopefully they will not come apart. Now we're just going to cut into these. I don't know if this is, these are just, yeah, these are just regular scissors and they fit, so that's good. I was wondering if you need like snips or something, but they have a good length in there. Okay. Did I cut through? No. This part might be a little messy. We're going to cut them anyway to make it look better. And what you have to do is basically take this apart. So just pull out this metal frame. Ow. Oh, that hurt, guys. Be careful. And pull this out. All right, let me open that up. And now we have our tassel. So remember that beginning thing that's holding it down here? Just pull it up so that the tassel will look right. It's cut down in here, but that's okay. Basically, we're going to be pulling the yarns, I guess, better. So just pull all the yarns down. This is weird. I don't care for that so much. I don't know if I did it wrong, but it's a little bit weird. Let me mess with this a little bit until it looks better, and I'll be back. What I'm going to do is kind of continue pulling the things and then just kind of messing with this part. Pop it up to make it look nicer. Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah, this is kind of weird. So what I did was pull up the thread so it's right in the middle, and then we're going to pull these till it looks a little nicer, and then you can adjust this part, the band, because it's just wrapped around. It's not like tied onto this thing, but you do have to do some work. I don't know if that's my favorite. I'd rather do this the way I normally do, but I thought I'll try it out with this thing, see how it works. Okay, so these are obviously ends I need to get rid of. You can probably tuck them back in here, to be honest. If I went through with my hook and grabbed, you know, one at a time, I don't want to overload this, but if I grab this one, pulled it down in here, I lost my end. Hold on. Get this guy. And carefully just bring them all through. Then all these things will be tucked in here, and actually that would be more secure. Okay. And then when you're done with all that, I'm just going to finish up because I hear my kids are awake. As you can see how a lot of them are different sizes because of that middle section. Ugh. So you're going to cut off. And at the same time, when I said, oh, I'd rather it be a 3-inch tassel, well, you can control that because you can cut it to like a 3-inch tassel, whatever it is that you're wanting to do, right? You can just cut it down. So right now all you do is just cut and try to make them about the same, and then do the same thing with your other guy, and you're all done. And I would do the same procedure with the other side. So thanks for watching, guys. It took a little work, but not bad. I don't know if it's worth buying the product because, again, you can just wrap this around like a cardboard. But I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now. I just quickly want to show you. I had to go back and redo it because the way it pulled down so ugly. It's because when you fold it in half, let's do a little troubleshooting. And you have so much thickness. The inner portion, like I showed you, is down here, right? It's being held in the middle, but it's like down here. And then the top is over this top part, right? So there's a gap there. So you really want to make sure to get your yarn when you wrap it around the piece that's going to hold it here, or the piece that's just going to hold it in the middle, is really as far as in the middle as you can get it, and really pull that inner yarn up. And then go ahead and do your tying around, and when you take it off, you have to do some adjustment. So I just completely took it apart, to be honest. I took the whole the outside off again, because you just unravel it, and I held it in my hand, and I pulled up what I needed to do, and then I wrapped it back around with my hand. So even if you hit it, you know, you're new to it, you didn't quite get it, it's not looking good, you can still take it apart. Just be careful, obviously, you want to hold on to the thread end. So I did the other one. The other one was easier going, but this is the first one. As you can see, I mean, I had to cut off a lot more because it was just too wonky. But that's okay. So there they are. I just wanted to come back and give you that note. I'll have some pictures for you guys. And then thanks for watching. Bye now.